Hello Booktube, my name is Christina and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be making this video today. It is my first and I am so happy that you are here. Thank you. I thought for this first video a fun introduction would be to answer the Booktube Newbie tag questions, or at least a few of them. So let's dive in. Why did you start this Booktube channel? Literally just to talk more and more about books. I love watching Booktube. I think it's a fantastic place to get ideas. And I love hearing others talk about books that I normally wouldn't read, seeing their enthusiasm around a certain book, and then pushing myself outside of my own reading boundaries to go for something new. And that is the community that I wanted to be a part of. Why do you love reading? Do readers not love this question? I love reading just for the peace I feel that it brings into my life. I primarily read in the mornings, and it is such a peaceful introduction to the day before the kids are awake, before I start any chores. It's just a quiet, gentle wake up to the day is reading. What book or series got you into reading? This is funny, or at least I think it is. You know, we had the required reading all throughout elementary, which I did, obviously, and it was okay. I can't honestly remember any book from my childhood that really grabbed my attention, other than in 4th grade, a book about Amelia Earhart. That was cool. And tragic. But it was 7th or 8th grade, and we were on Thanksgiving break when my mom handed me a book called Shanna by Kathleen Woodwise. And it was a historical fiction novel, like think Fabio cover. And I remember her telling me that she had read it when she was a young teenager and loved it. She thought I would enjoy it. Maybe I was like 8th grade, maybe a little bit older. Anyway, I was engrossed. It was so fun. The historical aspect of that book absolutely just captured my attention. And then the love story. I loved it. It was so fun. Were there parts to that book that were a little too steamy for someone very young? Yes, there were, but my mom told me we just skip past those parts, so that's what we did. Anyway, Shanna by Kathleen Woodwise is the one that really got me going. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Honestly, it is recording. It is finding time to make the videos, the editing. I am a newbie in all of this. I am not a very tech savvy person. In fact, I'm using my phone right now and it is propped up with a rock. So I couldn't find the tripod. I don't know. But yeah, I am a mother of 4 and we homeschool. Finding the time to do this is probably going to be my biggest challenge, but we're doing it, right? I made time for it today. Where do you read? Here, there, and everywhere. I wish I could say. It's primarily at home. However, whenever I leave, I do like to bring a book with me in case I have 5 extra minutes of whatever time in the car. Of course, I always say that, but I never pick up the book in the car. But yeah, reading I primarily do at home, a little bit before bed, but mostly in the morning. What kind of books do you like reading? Well, I still love the historical, not so much the historical romance. I've sort of moved on past that. I really like multiple genres. I can tell you more easily what I don't like. I do not like the horror genre. I do not like being scared. I don't think that's fun. I love classics. I love classics written by women specifically. I find it fascinating, the correlation of, you know, what women were writing about hundreds of years ago and how that still resonates today. I think classics are I'm gonna have to edit this part out. I think classics are almost like a brain exercise to read something that was written 100, 200, 300 years ago. The wording was totally different, and then community was different, the way life was lived was different, so that was all written different compared to today. And I think that we can still learn so much from the classics. So I love the classics, though I do read a lot of everything. Fantasy, although I'm not huge into like really popular fantasy books. Lit fic, I don't know, you name it, I'm sort of reading it. Do you prefer physical books, ebooks, or audiobooks? The physical books, yes, for sure. I love the feeling of flipping through the pages. I love the smell of a real book, the feel of a real book. That is to say, I think anyone should, well, I'm gonna have to edit this part out too. I hope I know how to do that. Yeah, I like physical books, but I definitely, however anyone can consume a book, whether it's, you know, on the Kindle or listening to it, go for it. Let's just read. And the last one, can you read while listening to music? Yeah, I really can. But what I actually prefer to do is I love listening to soundtracks while I'm reading. Yes, I'm gonna say it, the Pride and Prejudice soundtrack. Jane Eyre. A lot of those just moving, sweeping songs that seem to just pair so well with books. So those are just a few of the questions. I am so looking forward to talking more about the books that I am reading and what I have read. I would love to hear what you are reading and your favorite books and your favorite genres. So again, I am Christina, and thank you so much. If you are still here and got through all of those questions, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care.